Possibly just get one more question here then.
Yeah, sure. Too, so it's just a couple of quick real observations. In terms of the broader issue of truth, and you're always in a bit of difficulty if you start to raise particular cases, but I would make the point for colleagues that there are responsibilities and onus resting with the Irish government as well. For example, last week in the Senate I raised the Crowley Report into the murder of Aidan McAnespie, which the Garda Deputy Commissioner at the time carried out, and the Irish government up even to this point are refusing to release that despite calls from former presidents of the GFA and indeed Aidan McAnespie's family as well. And also just to say, in terms of the broader issues, Maureen touched on it there, and Deputy Smith as well, this issue of the devolved remit, and while we all want to see a successful conclusion and outcome to the current talks, I suppose the key mechanisms around Stormont House and Fresh Start are there. But I'm right in saying that the legislative responsibility for those issues rests in the first instance with the government. And even in the absence of an agreement around the current talks, the government are able to legislate for and enable those mechanisms, which I think everyone broadly has agreed are, at this stage, the best way forward. So it's really just to reflect on that. And finally, Chair, the issue, I apologise if it was asked or referred to when I was out there, but the recent Haggerty case for me really throws up some real particular worrying issues of concern, given not just the alleged offences of, well, not even just alleged now, I suppose, of the individual concerned, Gary Haggerty, but also the handling of him as a special branch agent, the culpability and responsibility and consequences for those handlers, and how, again, outside of the political sphere, and this just further reinforces the complex and comprehensive nature of legacy and truth recovery and justice. But people within the judicial and legal world, I suppose, what do you think kind of message that sends to other victims out there when someone clearly identified as a serial killer, an agent of Crown Forces, is given such a lenient a lenient verdict in that regard, and also the people who handled them and were aware of all of that go scot-free. So I imagine, talking about transgenerational issues of concern, but there's also obviously the issue of re-traumatising victims, not just of Haggerty's, but also victims elsewhere who are viewing in on that case as well. So thank you, Chair. Guramaget.